Hey besties, so what I'm working on today is an updated version of my shoebox video. Since I did that one 2 years ago or so, I'm just updating it so that it looks current to what Design Space looks like now. I'm still going to do the same two sizes. However, I'm going to show you a little trick with one of them if you want to do a printed box, okay? This is going to be obviously the smaller one, and it's going to be 8 by 8.5. You do not want to adjust the measurements to where you can, do that, because your box is not going to assemble correctly, okay? So you want to leave that lock on so that your proportions stay correct, okay? Second, this is the bigger box, and the height is going to be 11.5 by basically 10.8. If you have a larger sheet of paper, so let's say you have like a 12 by 24 sheet of paper, then you can always adjust this width to 11.5 since your mat is 12 inches and width, the max it'll do is 11.5, but your height's going to be 12.2 instead of, 11.5. I'm going to send that back to the size it was. So this is going to be cut in orange cardstock, as you can see here. This one is going to be printed out in a different software. So let's say you have Microsoft Word, Photoshop, any of those different software, even Silhouette Studios will allow you to download their software for free, and you can print basically like you would a Microsoft Word, okay? So you do have to have another software for the trick I'm going to show you. It would be similar to what cutting a piece of printed cardstock would be, okay? You're just printing it at home. And of course, if you have like a wide format printer, then you can always print larger than that, okay? So I'm just going to go over sizing here some more. Your image, whatever you decided you want it to be, is going to be about 2.4 for the small box. Of course, you can make that even slightly larger if you want to. And then your label for the side of your box is going to be about 2.3. Okay. And then your label for the big box is going to be 3 inches in length. So you can always place your item here and then measure it out to about how big you want it to be, okay? I think I had it at about 2.4 or something like that. I've already uploaded it, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like when you go here to the template, okay, TSL shoebox. I'm going to open. Since it's an SVG, you're going to leave it as is. You can't really do anything to it here. And you're going to upload, okay? I'm going to move these over. You see how the width is already set. You can make that slightly bigger, okay? Then you want to select this right here, and you're going to make that into square lines. Drag that down here. And then you can change. So let's say I wanted it to be the blue color, orange, whatever it is, you can change it there, okay? Leave that. Before you do anything else, you're going to attach that to your box. Okay, so I get this very often, so I'm going to go over the label with you guys. It's also available on my shop, in my Etsy shop. So when typically in your Design Space canvas is going to be white, I always change mine to a different color just because I don't know, it helps me have things stand out, especially when they're white. So most of the time people, when they download it or upload it, they're seeing it like this, even though when you look at it in your uploads, it looks like this. So it's clear that it's there, but there's times when people will still say like, I can't see the template, okay? But that's just because it's typically white on white. So you can either change your canvas so that you can see it, or you could just start with your designing. What I typically do is add in a square and I just drag it out to about the same size as my template, like that, okay? And then I move that to the back. So arrange, send to the back, okay? And then if you have a SVG like that, so the seller gives a SVG and a PNG version of the shoe. If you click here on the material colors, it will give you all the colors. So I want to use the same blue, so I'm just going to go ahead. Oops. I want to use the same blue, so I'm just going to click on my square that I made, and I'm going to make that the same blue. Okay, and then the rest is just adding text. Anytime you want to flip something, I typically, like for the barcode, I'll put the birthday, and then once it's there like that, I'll go here, rotate negative 90 degrees, and then that will set me up the way I want. And then I just make it smaller. Okay, and then, you know, same thing, text, then I'll add in my number here. So if I was actually doing this as an invitation, then it can probably stay about this size. But I'm not. So I'm going to flatten this. I don't really need this, so I'm going to delete it. But I did want you guys to see that, you know, you can kind of pick that same color out of your shoe if you have an SVG. Okay, so we'll go ahead and delete. And then let's go ahead and move on to the next step. And I'm going to go to make it. I'm going to go ahead and print that. So I'm going to go to continue, send to printer. And then I'm going to use my system dialog box. So as I was saying, with your other software like Microsoft Word, and you could do this with Gable boxes or any boxes, you're just going to print this, and it's going to be equivalent to if you bought like a piece of printed cardstock from Michael's or something like that. So I'm just printing this as full sheet. There's not going to be any print and cut that goes with it. It's just going to cut like regular, okay? So I did mine in Photoshop, but you can always do it in, of course, Silhouette Studios, Microsoft Word, any of those softwares that you have, okay? So I am going to go ahead and select photo glossy paper, best quality, and print. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys just a quick overview of the different templates sizes. So this one is on a 12 by 12 sheet, the one that was 11.5. So the thing is, even though you have a 12-inch piece of cardstock, Cricut really only lets you go 11.5, but you probably could go a little further down if you wanted to. And then but this is, you know, the letter sheet, so we'll go ahead and assemble these real quick. I did one on a sturdier cardstock, so this is 110-pound cardstock. I'm just going to reinforce my score lines, especially on this one, and then we'll go ahead and assemble really quickly. Okay, so as you can see, both boxes have been taped. Okay, so I do use double-sided tape, But this glue gun is also really good because it has this thin tip. It goes on a little easier, and it doesn't I don't know, it doesn't like come out gloppy or anything like that. So I really like this. I've been using it for chip bags as well recently because they really stay together a lot better with glue guns, but I typically don't enjoy using them. But this one isn't so bad. So you can either use something like that, or of course the double-sided tape. This one is really good. Like, it works really well for most of my boxes or even chip bags. But that's how the box are going to be assembled. That's pretty much it for the boxes. These are the two that I had already put together. This is cardstock that I got from Amazon because I wanted to get, you know, just a whole pack of orange. So I got these from Amazon, both the darker and the lighter orange. And then this is just Recollection cardstock, 65 pound that I printed. And then this one is 110 pound, also Recollection brand from Michaels. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about the boxes or anything like that, just leave it below in the comments. I thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.